Hey guys, this is Ryder from YoGov. I'm going to do a quick video on the California road test and what you need to know and look out for and how they grade the test. The California behind the wheel test, as it's called, is about 15 minutes. And it's in a combination of residential and main streets around the DMV where you're taking it in.
So, one thing you need to know is
you can get 15 points wrong to pass. Anything more and you fail. And you cannot make any disqualifying errors, and there's a few of those. So the examiner will get in the car with you, and he or she will give you instructions to drive around the neighborhood, and you need to follow them. Make sure that you are following the posted speed limits. In most main streets like this one, it's good to keep it around 30 miles per hour. And in residential neighborhoods, around 25 miles per hour. What they grade on is, are you making smooth stops at stoplights? When the light turns green, is your acceleration smooth? When you're changing lanes, are you signaling early enough? And are you looking over your left shoulder when making a left turn? Are you staying straight in the lane and not weaving back and forth in the lane? When you're making right turns, again, make sure you're looking over your right shoulder. When you're stopping behind cars, make sure you leave enough following distance so you can see their tires.
their back tires.
Make sure you signal about 100 feet before the intersection. And even when you're turning right, make sure you check your blind spot. This is particularly important for checking for cyclists. At stop signs, make sure you stop behind the limit line. And a full stop, it's good to count to a second or 2 seconds and then proceed after you're looking to the left and the right.
With smooth acceleration. Again, as you approach stop signs, make sure it's a slow, smooth stop. Then a full stop, a look to the left, look to the right.
Then acceleration. The tester's looking for how you stop at intersections, how you accelerate, how you signal, and how you look around you when going through intersections. the examiner will say, pull over to the right. Then they'll say, okay, we're going to reverse here. So you'll need to put it in reverse. Make sure to look over your shoulder with the hand on the seat. Keep the wheel straight and go back. Again, you don't need to be super close to the curb. About a foot away is good enough. And then proceed. Make sure when you're pulling out of the reverse, you signal, you look over your shoulder, in your mirror, and then pull out. Definitely in pedestrian areas, make sure you're proceeding cautiously, especially around school zones and pedestrian crosswalks. Left here. Again, on the left-hand turn, there's a stop sign here, but you need to check for stopped cars and for pedestrians before making your turn directly into the right lane. And again, make sure you make smooth turns, not oversteering or understeering. Checking your speed, checking your mirrors. And at lights, again, smooth stops. You don't have to turn on red. If you think that it's too close to call or there's too much traffic, you can always wait. There's no penalty for not turning on red. Here it's changed to green, so I can proceed. Left lane here. Again, make sure you look over your shoulder to the left and pull in the left turn only lane. And keep your signal on.
Here I'm going to wait for the green arrow to proceed.
I have a green arrow, so I can go. Make sure when you're pulling into the left lane, off a left turn, make sure you pull directly into the left lane. And we're going to make a left here. So I'm going to have to wait and yield to all this traffic before making the left turn. Again, on the test, don't feel rushed or in a hurry. It's better to be patient and wait mistakes happen when you try to rush through the test. Like here, I'm gonna wait for this car, and there's a pedestrian here crossing. Now it looks clear. I'm gonna slowly turn. The pedestrian's cleared, and pull into the right lane. Again, to repeat, are you making full stops at stop signs? And even on red lights before turning, you need to make sure you make full stops. And on blind corners like this one, I can't see the traffic very well, so you can pull out slowly. And once it's clear, then you can go. I'm going to take a left at the light right here. It's a green light, but there's oncoming traffic, so I'm going to wait for them. I can pull into the intersection a little bit, then make the turn. And remember, as you go through intersections, it's a good idea to check. Look to the left, look to the right. Even if you don't have to stop, make sure you're looking. Here, I stop behind the limit line. Look to the left, right. Again, do a double check and accelerate. The critical errors are: don't speed, don't go too slow. If the examiner has to intervene, that's an automatic failure. If you hit something or you hit a curb, that's an automatic disqualification. If you don't obey signals, such as going through a stop sign or not stopping on a right turn on red, that's an automatic failure. On the test, there's no freeway driving, there's no parallel parking, and there's no three-point turn. There's only keeping it in drive and doing the one reverse.
And if you haven't made a critical error, chances are the test will last the full 15 minutes, and we back at the DMV with a good result.
15 minutes later, here we are, arriving back at the DMV. And at the end of the test, you'll pull in and pull into the reserved end of drive test parking area. And that's it. the examiner will tally up your score and tell you if you've passed or failed. If you've passed, you'll go inside and get your temporary driver's license.